No one would disagree when you say he's just a puppet. But the lady with the strings may not be able to manipulate the strings. So the puppet may not have a mistress telling the puppet what to do. In which case, what happens?
Well, in that case, I think there will be
I wish to make a point here.
I'll come to you in a moment, Mr. Nandakumar. Just hang on. Carry on.
I think it will lead to a collapse of the administration. I am absolutely sure.
That is how bad you think it will be, a collapse?
Yes, a collapse. Because even now, as I see it, for the last 11-12 days that she's been in the jail in Karnataka, it is the administrators, the IAS officers who have actually been running whatever little running has required to be done.
No major policy decisions have been taken.
It can't be taken. It is going to take a while. I don't think Mr. Paneerselvam has the authority in him to go ahead is one aspect. The second aspect is he won't do it for his own health and happiness as the number 2 man or so-called number 2 in the cabinet.
You're saying two very critical things. A, he doesn't have the authority, but B, whether by default he acquires that authority or chooses to act and steal that authority, he won't do even that, because by character and because he wants to protect his health, as you so sweetly put it, he won't take that risk.
He will not, Karan, because it is not upon him to do it unless he gets signals from Jayalalitha, from Bangalore.
Unless she actually says, start running the government as if you are chief minister in your own right.
Even there he'll go up to a point and not the whole hog. He'll still be very careful.
Even then he'll be a half-hearted, half-perfect chief minister, not the full thing.
Because the loyalty lies only with one person in that party.
Mr. Nandakumar, you wanted to come in and let me put a question to you. Speaking as a representative of, let me put this to you. Speaking as a representative of Indian industry, what are the key policy decisions that you are awaiting from the government in Chennai that you believe are critical to Chennai industrialists, to Chennai exporters, which either will be stalled or may not happen? Give me an example of the sort of decisions that you are worried now may not happen.
See, take the case of the GAIL pipeline, which is being laid, which is in the judicial review. So there should be a policy decision taken, and then steps should be taken to move about it. But as regard to the remote control and puppet control, I have slightly a different view. What I feel is that in the last 3 years of governance, more or less I feel her agenda has been little structured. One is addressing certain welfare measures and certain industrial aspects, and the Vision 2023 kind of, the documents and approach. She had carved out some kind of pathway. Maybe I don't know whether she was aware of this kind of scenario to happen, but she has fairly put it in place, some of the factors in place.
No lady, no matter how prescient, can work out in advance what are the policy decisions needed for the future. You can to a certain extent plan for the fact you're going to jail, and someone like Paneerselvam has to take over and therefore put in place a structure that will handle the situation. But if she's in jail for a prolonged period, which may well be the case, she can't work out what are the policy decisions needed. Now, when those policy issues come up, are you worried as an industrialist that there will be paralysis in government? Answer that for me.
Yeah, definitely there will be a kind of paralysis effect. There is where I believe Tamil Nadu has been a kind of a state wherein it shows a quick recovery from these kind of disturbances. It doesn't yield to the continuous disturbance of the longer period.
All right, that is your expectation. Some would say that is your hope. Mr. Ram, I want to bring you in at this point. You were someone who began by saying that the state can function without her. She sets systems in place. She may be able to do so by giving advice to Mr. Paneerselvam, although it's hard to see how she can do it from another state and jail like that. But what about now this critical issue of policy decision making? Governments have to in India make major decisions often, and that is on the real test of governance. Will Paneerselvam be able to do it? Because Mr. Ramachandran here says, A, he won't be given the authority, B, he doesn't have the character to take that authority because he wants to play safe, as a result of which governance will suffer.
Karan, we are making this is to make too many speculative assumptions that the main one being that people cannot rise to the occasion. Of course, it will be a huge challenge. There's a lot of, as I said, uncertainty and anxiety. But I would say there will be a plus point sooner than later. That if, as I think Jayalalitha, I think that she should get bail.
Can I interrupt? You're saying that we're making a huge assumption that people can't rise to the challenge, so I assume what you're saying is Mr. Paneerselvam can. But you've just heard Mr. Ramachandran say that by character he cannot. How would you refute the point Mr. Ramachandran made? Because his standpoint is almost the opposite of yours.
You see, it is true that he has been excessively deferential, and this party is dominated by one person. But nobody has really looked at Mr. Paneerselvam's capabilities, and I believe this low-profile man is a safe pair of hands. This can't. It's not good enough to run the administration for a long period. But I'm assuming, I mean, as a counter to the other assumptions, that sooner than later, former Chief Minister Jayalalitha will get bail from the Supreme Court, and once she gets that and moves to Chennai, whatever be the conditions imposed on that, on the suspension of sentence, I think she will be nearer at hand. And
but she may not get bail for 9 months.
She will not require any hands-on.
But Mr. Ram, she may not get bail for 9 months. Lalu Yadav spent 9 months in jail, I believe. If something similar happens to her, can this interregnum arrangement with the Chief Minister in place who is not functioning fully because he hasn't got the authority or he hasn't got the confidence, can that actually be the right thing for Tamil Nadu for 9 months?
I would say 9 months is unthinkable. That's why I said sooner than later, because I think it's very unfortunate that politicians, even after conviction, when before the first appeal is done, are denied bail routinely by
right. That's
partly, I think, because the media are.
But let's not get into bail. That's a different issue. Let's not get deflected to bail. You're saying you don't believe
15 months in jail before.
No, but let's not get into bail because that's not our subject tonight. What you're saying is that you hope, and I imagine you're actually saying you pray, she gets bail quickly and she doesn't have to wait 9 months or 10 months as Lalu did, because both of them, I believe, were in a similar position of being convicts. Let me bring you in at this point, Mr. Surendra Singh. Today's Hindustan Times leader hints that perhaps we should be considering some form of approach to the governor. I'm going to quote the leader. If Mr. Paneerselvam and the AIADMK are not able to run the government without its leader, maybe they should approach the governor, because the state cannot come to a standstill just because its leaders are overcome by emotion. Now, they may not be overcome by emotion any longer, and they may have certainly got their emotions in control. But the hint in that leader is that they should approach the governor. At what point of time and after how much delay would you say this becomes practical advice?
Well, approach the governor, even though the editorial in the Hindustan Times didn't say so, can only mean one thing, that the government is not willing to be in place. It would like to resign. And therefore governor can make whatever arrangements he thinks fit, which given that the AIADMK has such an overwhelming majority in the assembly, can only mean president's rule, because certainly not DMK, certainly nobody else would be able to form government.
Right. Are we when do we reach that point?
Would have in mind.
When do we reach that point?
I find it very difficult at this stage, unless for some reason a few months down the line they feel they cannot manage, for any government to, and for any party to say that they are not able to run the government with this kind of majority. I think it would be committing harakiri for a long time, if not forever. I mean, you cannot have a majority and say, okay, I've got a majority, but we cannot run the government.
Absolutely. I totally accept the point you're making. Jayalalitha's party has an overwhelming majority, Mr. Ramachandran. The problem is, it doesn't have a leader that at least the Hindustan Times believes is going to be able to effectively function. Do you believe that these are exaggerated concerns, as Mr. Surendra Singh was suggesting? Or do you think that 2-3 months down the road, if she hasn't got bail, and it's quite possible she may not, if the Lalu Yadav example follows, then 2-3 months down the road, people will come back and say, maybe we've reached a stage where Mr. Paneerselvam needs to say, look, I'm not up to it. Without her, there's no one else who's up to it. Maybe we need President's rule for the better good of the state. Or is that just too exaggerated a scenario at this point?
First and foremost, I don't think they would opt for such a scenario, because opting for president's rule means it's a very, very difficult situation for them in the run-up to the 2016 assembly election, which is barely 18-20 months away. Point number two.
So they'll carry on batting without the captain of the team?
Well, they did it for 6-7 months in 2001, and once she got the okay from the Supreme Court, she came and took over.
So they
the
only
reins
have
of
to carry
power.
on doing it till she gets bail, because once she gets bail, she can effectively remote control.
I think we need to effectively understand that she's right on top politically, strength of a party in the assembly, and therefore she thinks, and a majority of her partymen think, that they can continue in this manner just as a puppet chief minister and puppet cabinet ministers for an extended period, given the sympathy that she enjoys now.
You're saying a very interesting thing. The AIADMK party, the AIADMK government, that, as you call it, puppet chief minister, believe they can carry on, and they can carry on for as long as needed. The question mark is, how good will their carry on be for the state? What would it mean in terms of decisions the state needs? What will it mean in terms of administration and governance the state needs? That's where the questions lie. The questions are not to do with whether they are prepared to carry on or not.
That's right, but it is going to be very bad if they have to carry on for an extended period.
Okay.
And I do believe that she will get bail.
But that we don't know. Let's not go into that speculation. Undoubtedly at some point she will, because it's her right, but how quickly is the big question.
That
and
is the
it
big
may
question.
not be for 10 months if the Lalu example sheds any light on this. My thanks to you for coming to studio. My thanks to all the three guests for joining me. This is an issue that was one of deep concern, because when the chief minister, who is in fact the person the state chose to be chief minister, is in jail, and the people who've been appointed in her place perhaps don't have the authority or the confidence to continue, governance becomes an issue. And remember, Tamil Nadu is one of our key states, and if governance there is an issue, then it is worrying for the country as a whole. Time for a break, but then how